cups. So things got heated in an exchange between LaVar and Lonzo Ball in the latest episode of Ball in the Family. Lonzo brought up the idea of renaming Big Baller brand. LaVar did not take kindly to the idea. Take a listen.
Would you change the name?
Hell no, I wouldn't change the name.
I'm just saying from a marketing standpoint.
From a marketing standpoint, regardless of what it is.
I'm just saying, that's my opinion. I'm just asking a question.
I'm just saying. Triple B's always going to be the name. On the fact that it also stands for the 3 Ball brothers. I'm not changing that at all.
What's your opinion on that, Joe?
I don't give a about his opinion.
I just want to hear.
But no, listen to me, son. When I come up with a name and then somebody tell me to change it, that's like me telling me to change your name. That's like people saying, oh, hey, change Lonzo's name to Alfonso on the fact that he's been damaged goods for the last 2 years.
It's cringeworthy when you hear that. Shannon, do you like the way Lonzo responded to LaVar?
I do, but he's trying to be very respectful of his father because he realized that is still my father. Now, me, at some point in time, I got to put my foot down. It says, okay, you can have them Triple Bs, but I ain't going to be a part of it. And because Lonzo has already said the shoes were trash. Basically, I had to change shoes every quarter in order to get through. The Lakers, and some believe that his injuries were caused by those shoes. Now, we didn't see the piece, the guy that, when Lonzo referred to the gentleman, let's ask what he thinks, and LaVar says, I don't give a bleep what he thinks. Yeah. He's like, you guys have built a great thing. The last 18 months, I can see all those Triple Bs, but not on shoes. Okay, maybe you sell T-shirts. Hanes sell T-shirts and drawers. They ain't trying to make no sneakers.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to find a new lane. Maybe it's, a paraphernalia, Skip. Maybe it's, shirts, T-shirts, shorts, things of that nature. Yep. Not the sneaker business.
Yeah.
Because it's hard for me to believe, Skip, if Zion Williamson blew out that shoe Nike and say, man, these shoes trash. I ain't wearing this mess. That Nike's going to give him what they gave him. Jordan's going to give him what they gave him, Skip. It's hard for me to believe that. Now, we've heard Lonzo say the shoes were trash and that I had to change them out in order to get through a game. I had to change them out every quarter. LaVar just doesn't get it. It's like, LaVar didn't lose $1.5 million. He refused to hear or see anyone else's side but his. Do you see the damage that the Triple B is taking? First of all, the product wasn't getting shipped out on time. Yep. The quality of the product. So you're going to have to do something. I tell you what, you let me, my mom that came out something and called it the triple S's, because all my brothers and sisters, we that S. Now, I'm the big S. Because the reason why things are going, Skip, I'm the big S. Now, I was like, Mama, we need to change the name. You're like, nah, we ain't changing no S. I tell you what you do. You might as well call it double S, because triple S, the other S is leaving. And see how this work out. Yeah. If I'm Lonzo, I say, okay, you call it what you want to, but I ain't going to be a part of this Triple B. You might as well call it double B, unless you're going to be the other B. Yep. LaVar, it's going to be LaVar, Melo, and LaGello. Because Lonzo is up out of here. Yep. Skip, he's trying to be as peaceful as he possibly can because at the end of the day, that's his father. He wants to be respectful. But LaVar will only see one side. He will only see his side. He will only hear from his point of view, and then nothing else matters, and then he shuts everybody else out. He's not even, the guy was there. So why'd you invite that guy down, Skip, if you don't give a bleep about his opinion? Why is he even there then?
Well, did Lonzo invite him?
Well,
it looked like they were having a board meeting without Dad, right?
It looks like Lonzo, from what I could gather, Lonzo owns 51%. The mom and the dad own 16%. And then the guy that stole the money owns 16%.
And I think he took like 90%.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, just quick point of order, just to maybe disqualify this. It's possible this was scripted and rehearsed. Right. It's possible because it is a reality show.
Right.
But even given that, it was music to my ears to at least hear and see Lonzo stand up to his father even while he was sitting down.
Right.
For a couple of exchanges, he hung in with him. And I had not seen or heard of that before this. So I thought that was at least a start.
Right.
Because, listen, in the end, I like LaVar a lot. We've had him on the show numerous times. I enjoy being around him. He's fun.
Yes.
But he would be a nobody without his #1 son.
Absolutely.
A nobody.
Yes.
And nobody has done more to make it harder on Lonzo to succeed than that father did. He painted the biggest target on that kid's back that any kid this side of LeBron James has had painted on his back. And LeBron's was painted just because he was so great as a senior in high school, right? That you just saw it coming. We could watch his games on TV.
Right.
So nobody was hyping him. His game hyped itself.
Correct.
And he lived up right away in his first game at Sacramento. But nobody hated LeBron when he walked in the door. And a lot of people were starting to hate Lonzo because they hated his dad. Right?
I mean, and no one was hyping LeBron. You didn't hear Magic and Jordan and all these guys. Oh, this guy gonna be the best. He better than such and such right now. He better than Kobe right now in the box.
How about if you got drafted by arguably the greatest point guard ever? I think he's the greatest point guard. Magic Johnson. And he is running your hometown team, the Los Angeles Lakers, and he proclaims the day they pick you number 2 overall in the draft, your jersey is going to hang in our rafters at Staples.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. So you're going to have to live up to Magic, and then your dad's painting your target bigger and bigger because you're better than Steph Curry already.
Yeah, put Steph Curry on the UCLA and they ain't going to the Sweet 16.
Okay.
Put my son on Golden State and they winning the title. Really?
Okay, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so look, I realize the Bible says, honor thy father and thy mother.
Yes.
But what if thy father does not honor thee? Right?
Yeah.
Did he really honor you? He took advantage of you.
Yes.
And now it's time for you to push back and stand up and say, I've had enough. I am the 51%er here.
Yeah.
And look, I don't advocate this, but you've gone through these things in your life. I'm just going to tell a quick story. My father was just a bad guy who did everything in his power to make me fail. And when I was 17 years of age, I finally stood up because he was very abusive. And I just said, no, if you come any closer again, I'm going to swing. And he came and I swung and I decked him, and it was easy because he was drunk. So it wasn't, I'm not proud of it. But it was the turning point of my life. I became a man at that moment, and I said, I'm out of here. I'm going onward and upward.
Well, you got to leave at that point. Skip, once you get into a confrontation, and I've always told my kids this. I say, look, I'm always going to be your dad. I said, I want you to be my child, but I want you to stay in a child's place. I said, but once you step to that and you feel you're on my level, then we're gonna have a problem. Skip, I would never, ever be disrespectful to my mom. But if my mom's wrong, I'll tell her she's wrong, and she know I'll tell her she's wrong. And I think there's a way that you can go about it. And Lonzo is trying to be as respectful as he possibly can.
And he backed off at the end of the clip we saw and deferred.
And he said, what up? He said, what up? And he's like, speak your mind. He's like, no, I can't speak my mind because you're not gonna hear what I gotta say. And I don't want to speak my mind, and then it takes a really hard turn to the left, and it becomes something that it really should never be. And so that's the hardest thing, Skip, because I've always, I'm very respectful of my mother and my grandmother because they raised me. I could never even imagine my grandfather because my uncles were grown when my grandfather spoke.
No, I got it.
They listen. He called whatever time he called, they coming. That's just the way it was in our community, Skip. But you're right. There's only so much that a person can take before you say, you know what? I tell you what, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm up out of here. You have the triple Bs, you do with it as you please. But I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna call Nike or I'm gonna call Adidas or Puma or whomever, go overseas and get me one of these things. I'm gonna do my own thing because clearly it only matters what you say. It doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what I think. So since you want to have it your way, I'm going to let you have it your way, and I'm going to go do my thing. That way, we can still be father-son. Because that man did take up $1.5 million from me, and you made it seem like it was nothing. Like,
that is correct.
You still, I don't care.
And to your credit, you challenged LaVar on that when he was sitting here.
But please. I mean, if my son were to lose $500, that's a lot of money to him, especially because he made it. I'm like, bro, you got your health and all that, but he's like, Dad, that's well and good. But you have to understand, I worked hard for that money and someone took it from me that I trusted. And I think that's what hurt Lonzo more than anything. He said his dad, he's been in his life since he was 16. That was someone, they broke bread together. You come to my house and eat, and we did things together, and you betrayed my trust. And for some reason, LaVar can't get that through his head why Lonzo would be so upset with that. I just don't get it.
That part I don't get either.
And then Lonzo did sit still and take the fact that LaVar took a shot at him.
He did.
And he was doing it just through analogy. Hey, what if I said, I'm going to change your name to, what was it, Alfonso?
Alfonso, yeah.
Because you've been damaged goods. Well,
you can't change his name. He grown now. He can change his own name.
He do it himself.
But the shot of damaged goods came across between the lines to me, and I'm reading in, but it came across as LaVar, a tough guy from Compton, saying to his son, you've been weak the last 2 years. You've been hurt too much. You played soft too much, okay? And even though he's doing it through the analogy of the damaged brand, I didn't like it. And I hope Lonzo sleeps on it and says, you know what? It's time for me to become my own man. And he's got the greatest break of his career. He's going to New Orleans. He can be the alley to Zion's oop, right? It's perfect. He can become the Stockton to a potential Malone, right? John Stockton, Karl
Malone, correct.
Okay? And
Gary Payton and Sean Kemp.
Yeah, like that. Okay, you have a chance to start fresh in a pretty good situation.
Because this game kind of reminds you of Gary Payton was Defensive Player of the Year. Very good. He's more apt to assist the ball, but he could score it. GP could average 20 points in the season a couple of times. So that could
I'll buy that.
That'd be a great situation.
Okay, it is a great situation under a very good general manager who I think will continue to put together a very good team around those two.
I like the head coach. I like Al.
And
I like
so
Al
do I. I've known him for a long time. It's a great place for Lonzo to start over. In fact, he's one number 2 I will root for. No. Speaking of that other guy.
You've always been rooting for him.
I have.
Yes.
But he's
that number 2.
Yeah. I don't call this guy number 2.
But,
I know.
But the Lakers, they had to do that, Skip. They had to do what they had to do to get OAD. You see that?
We'll see how that turns out.
Hey, Skip, let me tell you something, Skip. Let's be all the way 100. You can go into the draft in the next 5 to 6 years, and you can find you a Lonzo Ball, or you can find you a Josh Hart, or you can find
maybe a Josh Hart,
or you can find you an Ingram. Them guys that are 6'10", that wake up in the morning and give you 26 and 12 and 2, they come along every so often.
And they give you sub 500.
But I bet they'll be sub 500 this year.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah, we're going to put something on that.
We're getting closer to finally seeing it.
Yeah, we're about 30, a little over 30 plus days, Skip, baby.
You're going to be there.
I will be there.
Front row? All right.
I'll be some row.
Take it for myself. We are good. What did you say?
I'm going to be in some row. I don't know about no front row.
You're going to be...
Might be a corner row, but I'm going to be in the building.
Might be.
Guys, we are going to go back to Antonio Brown just because he was so productive with his first game in New England. But we want to talk about his future. And USA Today NFL columnist Jared Bell, he is here. He's going to give us the